Hello everyone, how's it going? So in this video we will be taking a look at the RTX 4060, the graphics card that everyone currently hates at the moment on the internet. But regardless of all those comments, I went ahead and brought the graphics card anyway, to upgrade from my current one, which is the 1660 Super. So for myself personally, this is actually quite a big upgrade. I'm going to see quite a big improvement in FPS in my games. But if you have a 3060, then you might not see such an increase. However, there would still be an increase in FPS. You might only look at about 10 FPS, but there's still an increase. So it's better than nothing. Anyway, that's enough talking in front of the camera. Let's now go ahead and unbox the RTX 4060 and take a look at what it looks like, and then also what it looks like within the system running. Spoiler alert, this one doesn't have any fancy LED or lights flashing, and then we will also jump into some games and see how well it performs. Alrighty, so here it is, the unboxing of the MSI GeForce RTX 4060 VENTUS 2x Black HE OC gaming graphics card. So the memory size on this card is 8GB GDDR6. The memory bus is 128-bit. It has 3 display ports and 1 HDMI port. So this is currently a voiceover, so I will try my best to match it with the video that I'm currently showing on the screen right now. So on the back of the box, it has some key features. It's got the dedicated ray tracing cores, dedicated tensor cores. We've also got the NVIDIA DLSS 3, which obviously I know a lot of you don't like the DLSS option, but it does have the version 3 option on this graphics card. It also has the game ready NVIDIA Studio drivers, which obviously you could download from the NVIDIA website. It's got PCI Express Gen 4, and of course it's using DirectX 12. It's also got the Falcon RT APIs Falcon 1.3 and OpenGL 4.6, and it's also got HDCP 2.3. The DisplayPort is 1.4A, up to 4K at 240Hz or 8K at 60Hz. As is specified in the HDMI 2.1A, it also has up to 4K, 240Hz or 8K at 60. So this graphics card, as I already said at the start of the video, doesn't have any LED lighting or special effects. As you can see, this is the dual fan version, so it's got the 2 fans to help keep the graphics card cool. So now let's go ahead and see what it looks like running in the computer. You're not going to see anything fancy, but I'm just going to show it anyway. So there you go. That's what it looks like with the graphics card fitted and the computer running. So like I said, it's not got any fancy lights or anything like that. The card is kind of boring if you do like having the LED lights. So the system that it's currently fitted to has a B550A Pro for the motherboard. It's also got Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 memory, and it's got 32GB of this. With the processor, it's using an AMD Ryzen 5 5600G. So now let's go ahead and jump into some games and see just how well the RTX 4060 performs. Okay, so first up we've got Arc, and as you can see it's using ultra settings. I absolutely love Arc. I've spent many hours in this game, and on the ultra settings right now, this game looks absolutely stunning. I've not actually managed to play Arc before with these ultra graphics settings, so it's nice to actually see just how amazing the graphics does look on my system. Obviously I've seen the odd videos and stuff on YouTube, but actually seeing it right now and playing it, it looks really impressive. So as you can see for the FPS, it's actually only getting around 60 to 70 FPS, which in fairness isn't brilliant, but 60 FPS is still playable. It does also sometimes jump down though to 40 odd, so I wouldn't actually keep it on ultra settings just because the FPS isn't slightly high enough, so I would tone down a few of the settings. But overall it's running smooth enough and is pretty decent to play. Okay, next up we got Battlefield 2042, yet another game that I absolutely love and I've also spent many hours in. As you can see again, I'm using ultra settings, and this game also again looks very impressive with the ultra settings. As you can see, I am currently getting around 90 to 100 FPS. I didn't actually turn on the ray tracing option, so I did turn this on later on in the evening when I wasn't recording, and the FPS did actually drop quite a bit with that option on. I was seeing more around the 70 FPS mark, so it did actually make quite an impact in the performance, so the game didn't run as smooth, but yet it was still playable. So overall, again, the RTX 4060 done pretty decent in Battlefield 2042. The FPS didn't really drop and it remained near the 100 mark. It might have been slightly different, the performance, if I was playing an online match, because this was just a local play, but we will have to find that out in another video. So let's now go ahead and jump into another game and see how that performs. So the next game is Elden Ring. This is actually a game that I never really got on with. I just kept dying and failing all the time and I just gave up with it. But jumping into the game, as you can see straight away, the FPS is actually struggling on the ultra settings. It's not even really hitting 60 FPS. In fact, I don't think it's actually hit 60 FPS as of yet. It's just remaining around 48 FPS. The game did feel very laggy and not responsive when I was playing this on the ultra settings, so bit disappointing there, especially where Elden Ring, it came out some time ago. I think it was actually January last year. So yeah, I expected to see better FPS in this game and thought my system would have handled it a lot better. As you can see right now, it's actually only getting 30 FPS, so it really did drop. So as for this game, my system and the RTX 4060, it really didn't perform very well, and I wouldn't bother using these settings again. So next we got Call of Duty Warzone. In fact, it's Call of Duty Warzone 2 now. As you can see, the FPS is straight away on 80, 70, and this is using also the ultra settings, the maximum settings that you can set within the graphics settings page. So the game does feel absolutely responsive and playable. As you can see, I'm running around right now and I'm grabbing my weapons and everything, just like you would in the normal game. It does, however, just then drop down to 60 FPS, so it really is on that borderline of if it went any lower, it might then become a little bit unplayable. So I would actually tone down the settings just slightly so the FPS remained more up near the 100 mark, as I don't want that drop in FPS. But again, the RTX 4060 can handle on my system ultra settings as far as I can tell. So yeah, I'm happy with that result, and you can see again the game looks absolutely stunning. Okay, so now we've got Fortnite. This is a game that I actually thought was going to perform a lot better, but in fact it actually didn't really perform that great. The game kept lagging and stuttering and it just really didn't feel smooth. So I definitely wouldn't be able to play Fortnite in the ultra settings on my system. As you can see, the FPS is sticking around 50, but it does keep dropping occasionally down to the 40 mark. So like I said, I would definitely need to tone down those settings. But overall, the graphics in ultra does look amazing in Fortnite. I really do love the neon effects and stuff in the town area, the city area that I'm in at the moment. It really does look nice, and all the lighting and stuff like that. But overall, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to play it with these settings on my system, as I'll just consistently keep getting killed, and that wouldn't be very good now, would it? So that does now bring me to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and it's given you a bit more information about the RTX 4060 and helped you make your decision if you really want to go ahead and buy this graphics card. If you did like this video, then click the like button below, and if you want to see more computer sluggish videos, then click that subscribe button. If you do subscribe, then I will see you in the next video.